What's happening, people? My name is Robbie, and because it's Friday, we are doing another reaction video. Now, I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did last week and react to Mark Tilbury's video, because unfortunately, the whole video was an ad for his podcast. I was relatively disappointed in that. Video was a bit of a flop in terms of content and in terms of views. However, this time I think we have something a little bit more exciting, more entertaining, and in my opinion, more interesting. Today, we are reacting to a video by GQ. The video is titled Tom Holland's $1.2 million shopping spree. So before we start, obviously Tom Holland is Spider-Man, Hollywood actor, just seems like an all-round good guy. So he kind of strikes me as a little bit of a geek, not in a bad way, but the same way that I'm a bit of a geek for buying books. He strikes me as the type of guy who might buy comic book collectibles because he's in comic book movies. I might be a mile off though, to be honest. I have seen a few times on Instagram where he has some nice watches like Patek Philippe's and Rolex's. I've also seen him driving around in a Rolls Royce on Instagram as well, so could be pretty interesting. Just the same way that I reacted to a video of what George St. Pierre had spent his first $1 million paycheck on, I think this is going to be quite interesting and quite entertaining, so I think we'll just get stuck in.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Tom Holland here. I'm about to do GQ's shopping spree. Let's go. We're going on a trip on our favourite rocket ship.
Right, okay, so it's like a challenge. I thought it was going to be like what he'd spent his money on, like his first Marvel paycheck or something like that. So this is a different video already than what I thought it might be. Interesting.
Okay, so the first category is snacks. So let's do this. Okay, the first one is Auntie's Spotted Dicks. Now that is a bit of me. Put it in the microwave, bit of custard maybe if you're feeling saucy.
Nah.
I love Spotted Dick, and the fact that it's your auntie's makes it feel homemade. I like that. I'd buy that. Our next one is Cricket Bites, 5-pack of assorted flavoured edible insects.
Oh.
Like actual insects. I've actually eaten insects before in Thailand and they were delicious. And they're full of protein. Yeah, look, 6 grams of protein. I would buy those. I would absolutely eat those. They're full of amino acids, great for building muscle. Yeah, I'd go for the Cricket Bites. I wouldn't go for cheesy ranch though. Buffalo wing sauce, yeah, spicy cayenne peppers, but definitely not cheesy insects. Moving on. How do I say that? McVitties.
Hold on. Tom Holland, as we can tell from his accent, is English. How does he not know how to say McVitties? McVitties is a British institution in terms of biscuits. And let me say, Hobnobs so far are absolutely winning this category over Spotted Dick and Crickets.
McVitie's milk chocolate hobnobs. I'm not really a biscuit kind of guy. It says here, suitable for vegetarians. What kind of biscuit isn't suitable for vegetarians? Has anyone in here heard of a meat biscuit? No? I don't think they need to advertise it like that. I think that's pretty clear that it's vegetarian. I'm gonna go for a no on the milk chocolate hobnobs. St. Eric's Crisps, $60. Designed to accompany St. Eric's premium beer. I like that. That seems like they're doing a little bit too much work for a crisp. They do look nice though. They come in lovely packaging. But imagine if you went to someone's house and you gave them this beautiful box as a gift. They'd be really excited. Oh wow, St. Eric's, what's that? A watch maybe? Nice set of cutlery. Could be anything. No, it's actually just 5 crisps. You'd be really disappointed. I'd be furious, actually. If someone showed up to my house and gave me this as a gift, I'd ask them to leave. But also, St. Eric's, I would love to try your crisps. So if you feel like sending me some, that would be great.
Terrible attempt at trying to save face and not look like he's insulting St. Eric's, when in reality, 5 crisps for $60 is a bit ridiculous.
I've just found out I'm only allowed to pick one, okay? There's a budget to this game. But because the snacks are so cheap, I'm going to break the rules and I'm going to take Spotted Dick is coming home with me. The Crickets, I'm going to try them. No hobnobs. And I think I'm going to have to try these St. Eric's crisps. I'm just going to have to try them.
I'm in sheer disbelief. Of all 4 items in the snack category, the only one I would have taken was the hobnobs. He's taking Crickets over hobnobs. Wild. Although that's why Tom Holland's in good shape and I'm not, because I like hobnobs and he doesn't.
The next one, sports tickets. We're going to have a look at some sporting events. 2022 Super Bowl starting at $50,000. Is that how much it costs to go to the Super Bowl? $50,000. I don't really know that much about American football. I don't know the rules, so I think that ticket would be wasted on me. 2022 Masters, Saturday to Sunday. $6,399. Now, I would love to go, but the thing is I've already been. And the time that I went was in the height of COVID, so it was empty. So you could walk around the course, we got to see all the players play. So if I was to go again, it would never be as good as the first time I went. So I think I've done the Masters now. I don't think I'll ever go again. 2022 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Oh, it's for free. Listen, there are starving kids in the world, so you couldn't pay me to go to this contest. So that is a big no from me.
Good guy, Tom Holland. Saving face again. Starving children, so no hot dog eating contests. Very admirable. I'd consider going to a hot dog eating contest if I'm being completely honest.
Wasting food. 2022 Champions League final. Take my money. I'm going. That's where I'll be. $5,356.88. Could get a few tickets. Does it come with a few tickets, or am I just going by myself? Yeah, I could buy 2 tickets. I'll take my brother Harry. I get another ticket for Sam. GQ's paying for this, remember, so it doesn't really matter. Right, GQ?
Who would you want to see play in the Champions League final if you could pick 2 teams?
I'd want to see Tottenham play Brentford, because Tottenham's my team and Brentford is my uncle's team, and we would, well, probably right now we wouldn't beat Brentford, but I fancy our chances. Sports tickets summary. It's going to have to be the Champions League final.
Correct answer this time. I would 100% choose the Champions League final. Closely followed by the Masters. I don't follow golf very much at all, but I do find it entertaining to watch. Nah, Champions League still wins though.
That's it, that's all I can afford right now. I can't bring everyone. That's where I'll be going. Working out is a big part of my life. Admittedly, I haven't been working out at all. Let's get into some workout gear. Here we go. The Normatec Recovery Compression Pants. $1,549. Yeah, I could see myself using one of those. You know, when I'm doing the Spider-Man films, I do get really tired and my legs do really hurt. So it's definitely on the maybe list. The Theragun Pro 599. I've already got one, but it's not a Theragun, it's a different one. I like it, but maybe the Theragun's better, who knows? This one has a little screen on it, it looks like, so it can tell you how hard it's punching you. The Agata Rower, 2001.
I have a Theragun as well. It's not Theragun brand, but it's the same thing. I think it costs £45 on Amazon instead. Torture, absolutely torturous. If you go to the gym and you do anything with your legs and then you use that thing on your hamstrings, oh my god, it's awful. It stays in a box, very rarely gets used, don't even know where the charger is. Big waste of money, so I would not spend $599 on the real deal.
$199. Now, rowing machine is an excellent way of getting cardio in. It works the whole upper body, it works your legs, it works your calves. I think it's an excellent piece of kit, so I'm going to put that on the maybe list. I like that a lot. And it also looks very nice. It's quite tasteful. It has the water in it, not the fan, so I'm sure you get the nice sort of sloshing water sound as you're doing it, which makes you feel like you're rowing. That looks mustard. And it's got a screen on it. So maybe a Peloton-style rowing machine is my next purchase. We will see. Kangaroo jump.
I would maybe opt for a rowing machine if I had the space. I quite like using a rowing machine. I know that I'm talking about gym gear here and I don't look like I go to the gym. I swear to God, I was at the gym 2 hours ago. Honestly, I did come home and have garlic bread and pasta afterwards, so balanced lifestyle. But honestly, I do go to the gym. I know you can't tell.
Jumping shoes, $249. Reduces impact on joints and muscles by up to 80%. Yeah, but in the 80%
Accident waiting to happen
that you save in your joints and muscle fibers, you lose because you look like an absolute donut running around in these stupid shoes. I'm gonna have to say the kangaroo shoes are not for me. So, as far as gym equipment goes, the summary, I'm going to go for the rowing machine because I think that'd be great. I'd use it a lot and I think I'd have a lot of fun doing it too. That is added to...
Yep, I agree with that one. I think that's probably the best option. Although, on second thought, the leg compression things might be decent. Better than the Theragun for your legs, honestly. Terrible, don't buy one.
Cards. Okay, action figures. Nice.
I told you, action figures. comic book guy, he'll like these, I bet.
ML Legends Avenger Iron Spider Spidey Tom Holland 6 loose action figure. It doesn't look like me very much, but I can appreciate some attention to detail with the suit. We'll put that on the maybe list.
I mean, it is $17 from AliExpress. Is it even licensed? Well, it can't be licensed because it says Tom Holland and not Spider-Man, so like, what can you expect for $17 from AliExpress?
Marvel Legends Avengers Gameverse Spider-Man Tom Holland Far From Home figure. See, that's weird that they put my face on the Spider-Man from the game because I'm not in the game. That's a strange little multiverse thing going on there. I like that, it's cool. M-Toys Tom Holland Back to School Season action figure, $129. Now, the only thing is here, this is a bit creepy for me because this is not a Spider-Man doll. This is just me. This means that someone has just got a doll of me in their house and I don't like it. It creeps me out that it comes with a whole selection.
That's surely because, as I just mentioned, the company couldn't or didn't pay for the licensing for Marvel, so they can't say Spider-Man, but they can say Tom Holland. Maybe they can't say Tom Holland either. Maybe he could take them to court for that if he really wanted to. I don't really know how it works. No one's ever made a action figure of me, and I hope no one ever does.
Collection of different hands. And sometimes I get jealous. The doll's better looking than I am. That's when you're all supposed to say, no, Tom, you're way better looking than the doll. Funko Pops. I love Funko Pops. $43, worth every penny.
I don't know if people will dislike me for this, but I hate Funko Pops. I think Funko Pops are this time period's version of the Beanie Baby, where people collected all these little teddies, expecting a big collection to be worth something and something that looks really cool and stuff, and then eventually went out of fashion. I think the same is going to happen with Funko Pops, and I'm sorry for anyone who collects Funko Pops, but I don't like them.
I think they're really cool. I've actually collected all of my Funko Pops. I kept them in my house for a long time, but then it kind of got to the point where it looked like I had a shrine for myself and I had to get rid of them because it was quite embarrassing. So they're in a cupboard, but I love them and keep making them. I think they're brilliant. So in summary, I'm going to go for the Funko Pop because I think they're cute and I like them.
Well, just made my opinion clear on Funko Pops, although I don't know if I would have picked any of the action figures. I'm not really an action figure type of guy. Do I have anything like that? No, I don't have anything like that. I have one Walker's teddy. I think my mum got this free with a packet of crisps when I was like a baby, so I kept it. But action figures, not for me.
We're going on a trip.
I'm aware as well that that's not an action figure. Completely irrelevant actually, it's just because it was sitting next to the desk.
On our favourite rocket ship. Let's do this. Christmas, Japanese snowboarding ski in, ski out, $51,043. Why do they bother with the $43? What is the $43 getting you extra? Is it an extra glass of champagne upon arrival? It's unnecessary. But that said, I've heard that skiing, or I snowboard, in Japan is one of the best places in the world to do it. They have the best snow. I would love to go. I love Japan. I love Japanese culture. I'm always looking for a reason to go back. So this is probably going to be very high on my list. A yacht festival in...
I would consider that one as well. Little known fact, I used to ski a while ago. I haven't done it in 15 years. So, I mean, realistically, I can't ski any longer. But I did go for a trip to the Alps to go skiing once in Italy, and it was very fun. And I like the idea of maybe going to Tokyo one day as well, so that's probably high up on my list here as well.
Croatia, $3,048.
I get seasick. It's not very cool to admit that you get seasick, but I do, so that one's off the list for me.
Per person, 7 nights, a 45-foot catamaran, ultra festival, and 10 people. I'm not sure about that one. I guess you could leave at any time. If you're having a bad time, you could just get your boat and go and leave. But that to me just seems like one of my friends is going to drown. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's definitely on the no list. A 5-night Western Caribbean cruise from Miami with Marvel Day at Sea. $5,900.
I have done 2 cruises leaving from Florida going round the Caribbean. Both were very good. I would definitely do one again if I could convince Bryony to get on a cruise ship. I don't think I would do a Disney one though. Aimed at children a bit too much for me, I think. But a cruise, high up on the list as well.
$97.34. Again, why 34 cents for 2 people? Going on a cruise is my worst nightmare. I've been on one, I had a really good time. But now that my life has changed, I don't think being on a boat where you can't get off is a good idea. Okay, so trips away.
See, that's true. I don't have this issue because I'm not a Hollywood celebrity. When I go on a cruise, I just kick about, get drunk, go to the casino. Once one person finds out where Tom Holland's room is, he would have a bit of bother, I think, on a cruise ship, especially a Marvel-themed one.
Unfortunately, it's going to have to be the most expensive one, so maybe in the year of 2022, I'm going to go on holiday once, just really splurge for once, you know, and really enjoy myself. But I'm going to go to Japan. I can't wait. I'm really excited. Thanks, GQ. I can't wait.
Who are you taking to Japan with you, theoretically?
Yeah, I think Japan would be the answer I would go with as well. Definitely not the catamaran, because seasick. Cruise ships are big enough that I don't get seasick on them, unless I'm extremely hungover, which did happen on both cruises that I went on, but still, it's not the same as a little catamaran.
Trip for two.
Who am I taking to Japan with me? That's none of your business. Moving on. We're now going to look at homes. So here we go, homes. The first one is Saint-Tropez Modern Estate, $98,573,582. So it's cheap.
That's obscene. 98 million euros. Dollars. $98 million. It doesn't look that big for $98 million. 4.5 acres. Quite expensive, but it is Saint-Tropez, so what can you expect?
12 bed, 12 bath.
4.6 acre, 3 villas, 3 black marble swimming pools.
That's not a small house, mate. This is a big old house. It sounds wonderful. I will say that 98 million.
It looked small on the photo, but it did say about 15,000 square feet, so maybe it's just because the pool's really big and the land around it's really big as well. It makes the house look normal sized.
That's a lot of money for a house. That's far more money than I think anyone should be spending on a house. But we'll keep it on the list, because remember, GQ are buying me these things, right? Private island in Key Largo, Florida. Price upon request. So you know this place is absolutely ridiculously expensive. 10 bed, 11 bath, 26 acres, 10-minute helicopter to South Beach, self-sufficient with water, electricity, etc.
Private island? I don't know if I would like that. I like to be around people, and having a private island is completely the opposite of that. 10-minute helicopter from South Beach, Miami. I've never been on a helicopter, and I don't really like the idea of being on a helicopter, so that one's off the list for me.
I don't like helicopters, I'm scared of them, so I'm going to have to take that part of it off the list.
There we go. I think me and Tom might actually get on if we were to ever meet. Don't think we ever will, but if we did, we seem to be choosing quite a few of the same options, except from the hobnobs. I'm still not happy with that answer.
It's going to have to be a boat ride for me. The next one is a ranch in Colorado. I like the idea of that. It's a cool $60 million. 5,908.4 acres, so slightly bigger. So I don't think I'm going to buy this ranch. The next one is an English house. I like that. It's $1.1 million. Herbert Road, Kingston upon Thames. That's where I live. Freehold, 3 4-bedrooms. It says 3 4-bedrooms. What does that mean? There's a bedroom that could be a bedroom? Wraparound garden. That's a nice feature. Popular and convenient location, and it's semi-detached. I mean, it looks really nice inside. Kingston's where I grew up. It's where I live. I love it to bits. Lovely people. It's really good for young people. It's great for schools. There's lots to do. Is this for sale now, this house? I think anyone spending $98 million on a house or $60 million...
I think the $60 million, the investment brain is coming out in me here. $60 million, but you get 5,000 acres. No brainer. If you had the $60 million, you should spend it on the one with the most land. Well, I mean, $60 million, it's valuable, so I would go with that.
...on a house is wasting money. I think 1.1 million is... I think that's a pretty respectable price range in today's world, especially in London. I'd love to buy a house for my granny so she can come and live in Kingston, so it's going to have to be the English house. Okay, skincare. The Omnilux Contour Face. Now, embarrassingly, I actually have one of these. I use it in the morning in the car ride on the way to work. Does it do anything? Probably not, but it makes me feel good about myself, so yeah. $395, I didn't buy it. Sony bought it for me. Thank you, Sony. I don't think they know they bought it for me. It just went on a list of expenses. The Trezor Rare Intensive Recovery Japanese Bin Chotan Zumi Mask. $5,000. Wow. $5,000, that's a lot of money for a face
Way too much.
mask. Yeah, I'm going to have to give that a pass. The Benton Snail Bee Mask Pack. $20. Pack of 10 contains snail secretion filtrate, which is known to heal the exterior of snails when wounded.
Is that snail shit? Is that what that is? No.
It contains bee venom, which is effective in improving skin concerns. Now, one big question is, when you extract the bee venom, do you kill the bees? Probably, right? And we need bees. Bees are the most important thing on the planet. So I'm going to have to say no to the snail shit and bee venom face mask. Moving on. Okay, St. Ives Apricot face sheet. I don't need to read anymore. I love these things. I bring them on aeroplanes because aeroplanes is where it's really dry and your skin gets dry, and it's always the case that wherever you're flying, as soon as you get off the plane, you have to go to work. So I use those to sleep while I'm on an airplane. So I think I'll probably buy loads of those. Of all of the products.
$250. Probably just buy that over the $20 for snail shit, $400 for a face mask thing, or $5,000 for, again, a face mask. $250 for a face mask will probably do it.
So yeah, I'd love to try them all, but it's going to have to be the St. Ives Apricot face. So, of my imaginary allowance, I have spent $1.1 million, which I actually think is pretty reasonable. You know, I've got a house, I've got some really nice snacks, I've got a rowing machine, I'm taking my brothers to the Champions League final. I've got some face masks, so the flight over to St. Petersburg, we're going to have really nice moist faces, which is going to be great for the football final. And yeah, I'm really glad that I was quite conservative. I didn't go for the expensive options, I went for the practical options and things that I actually would use. And I hope you've enjoyed watching me spend my money. Imaginary money.
Right, so again, twice in a row now, I have watched a video that I want to react to, and it's not been the video that I was expecting it to be. Last week it was Mark Tilbury, who I was expecting to give some decent tangible information on, and we got a 15-minute long ad for a podcast. This time the video was entertaining, but not as entertaining as I would have thought. I presumed we were going to hear about Tom Holland getting paid a couple million for his first Marvel film and spending it on a Ferrari, a new Rolex, a house. What were the careless purchases that he made? That would have been interesting. Did he pay his parents' mortgage off? Did he, you know, things like that. Instead, we have got what he would hypothetically spend on things. What I did learn was me and Tom have similar taste in various items. Now let's get a look at the comments and see what the general opinion is. So I'm looking at the comments and there are no real opinions on the video. Kind of as expected. Seems like there's quite a lot of teenagers, young people just talking about how much they like Tom Holland. Tends to happen with young celebrities, I think. Tom's so kind, he's so funny. People literally just quoting various parts of the video. Like, you look like an absolute donut running around in these stupid shoes. A lot of people mentioning Zendaya because Tom is apparently in a relationship with Zendaya. So obviously this is a finance business type channel. So I was hoping for some things that I could comment on what money he'd spent, stuff like that, but it was not to be. It was an interesting video though. Much better than Mark Tilbury's, honestly. I'm really annoyed about Mark Tilbury last week. I hope one day my channel gets big enough that Mark can see it and I can tell him, Mark, that video that you made advertising your podcast was not good. So I think we'll call it a day on that video. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy.